everybody. Thanks so much for joining the Today in AZ After Show right here on Facebook Live. Jimmy Q's having a little bit of a... Hey, I thought you got Velcro shoes, so you didn't have this problem.
Well, the Velcro ripped in four, so it's at the shoe shop right now.
Go ahead and turn your mic on, and we'll get started.
I'm putting some shoe glue on it, too.
Shoe glue.
I told her the Velcro tore last week,
The
so.
loop, swoop, and pull.
Do you guys remember shoe glue?
Bunny ears.
The bunny ears.
Learning how to tie your shoe.
We have a visitor with us this morning. Everybody knows Coyote star Shane Doan.
Yes.
Hey. Thanks for being in the house. We love the Doan Makes a Difference segment earlier today about autism awareness. If you haven't seen it, you can go to 12news.com and check that out. But for now, we're talking about something a little bit more creepy, unfortunately. A crazy story actually sparking our after show conversation today. Get this. A Pennsylvania woman says she'll never be the same after she discovered her ex-boyfriend had been living in her attic for weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. This comes even after she had a restraining order against the guy, right? The woman says she was afraid someone was in her house when she noticed someone used the spare bathroom.
Oh, no. After 3 weeks, the woman says her ex was discovered in the middle of the night. Standing in her bedroom.
What?
This is the first time I've read this.
Oh, no.
She ran outside and called 911. So we're asking you to weigh in. What is the creepiest thing an ex
that the guy?
has done to you?
Wow.
Or that
That
you
is-
have done to your ex, because
Can you imagine
you know,
waking up and finding anyone standing in your
No.
bedroom that's not supposed to be there?
That's why I have
Let
not
alone
one,
someone you have a restraining order
but
against.
2 weapons on my nightstand. I won't say what
Wow.
they are, but you never know. And I always hang my dress in the night, so and then if I wake up, I think it looks like the
Yes.
shadow of a person.
Oh, it looks like someone's
But it's
standing
always a woman, so I'm like, hey girl.
I hang my dress up in the closet, like it's
It's a better idea. So we want to know. We want to get you to weigh in. So the best part about this, I know you've done a couple of after shows. We get the viewers to go ahead and weigh in. So we're going to get some, I feel like confessions this morning in the comment section is what I'm looking for. Oh, Russell, he wouldn't know because he's still single.
Oh, Russell.
3 weeks. 3
It keeps the
weeks?
streak
3
going.
weeks.
Like 3 weeks. How
So-
do you not notice something for 3 weeks?
Yeah, so did he like leave during the day and then come back at night, like while she was gone during the day?
I don't know if the particulars are as relevant as the fact that if he used this, he didn't put the hand towel back correctly, and she noticed.
Oh, he didn't put the
That's why they
seat
broke
down.
up in the first place.
He didn't put the seat down.
He was inside. There was a movie, Alfred Hitchcock. It's called Night Caller. Okay. And she keeps getting this call throughout the night. She's by herself.
Sure.
She keeps getting a call. So she calls the phone company to find out, I want to trace this. And they said, ma'am, the call's coming from inside your house.
inside the
You need to
house.
leave. You need to get
my
out of there.
God.
So the guy was inside the house.
So when
Isn't that from Scream? Too?
Night-
I was gonna say, I think they've
Scream copied him.
Alfred Hitchcock's
Everyone
great.
copies
Everyone copies everybody,
You
man.
learn something new.
Oh, I see.
gosh.
Yeah, I've seen the remake of that. I think with Halle Berry. I think is in one of them. I don't know.
There's a lot
Probably not
of
the
those
Hitchcock one.
movies.
That is
There was
so
one with
scary.
Beyonce. Remember Beyonce was in one? I think it might have been like on Lifetime or something, but she was in one too with the
I love
crazy
Lifetime.
ex, and like Beyonce's already got attitude, so it keeps
Obsessed.
through. Like yes, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
and she
With Idris Elba.
Wasn't
got
it-
back to that girl.
There's one with
afterwards.
Ray Liotta where he's a cop and he goes to check on her and then he falls in love with the woman, and she's married.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so Ray
yeah.
Liotta keeps coming back, everything okay? It's a nut job.
So go ahead.
Well,
Go,
I
please.
want to know what this dude's end game was. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna live in the attic, and then what?
That's a great
I think
question.
he just wanted to keep an eye on her to see what she was doing, like if there was anybody else coming over. Like people are
But it's
obsessed
over.
like
It's
that.
over, man.
Yeah, but
If
people don't
If you
think
gotta
that
live in the
way.
attic, it's over.
You gotta live in the attic.
I think we're dealing with instability. So you can't, we're just
You-
as
you thought it-
unstable for trying to figure that out. He's
married-
crazy.
Some married men out there have had their wife send them to the couch. If your girlfriend sends you to the attic and gets a restraining order, it's over.
Let's start from the top here. Michael says, sent me fake sonogram pictures claiming she was pregnant with my twin
Oh
son.
my gosh.
All alive, found out the 9th month.
That's
So
a
he was
nightmare.
waiting. I mean, but he stuck it
How does
out
she
for
fake the
all 3
pregnancy?
trimesters. Well, you can get.
Okay,
you
so
can
I
fake
have
that.
a similar story. I have a close friend of mine recently. He was with a girl off and on for years, right? Well, then all of a sudden she's pregnant, and it makes sense, right? So he's like, put the numbers together. They took a blood test, and she must have known somebody at that office because the blood test said that it was his kid. Well. Fast forward, she's a year now. So fast forward a year later, he's had her, and he's like, she doesn't look like me, but I don't know. So then she was mad at him one night, the mom, and then came out and was like, oh, that's why it's not your kid. So then he went and got a real DNA test, and it turns out it wasn't his.
You gotta be
Yeah, and so this whole time she lied for a whole year because she was obsessed with him and wanted to be with him, and she's like, this is the perfect
but
timing.
the blood test thing.
I know, so somebody had to have lied at the
I would
office.
sue those people.
She didn't really want to be with him
Yeah.
because it wasn't his.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Did
she
you-
was
did you-
doing
did-
other
did-
things.
did-
Yeah, right.
Hey, I got a
She really
question.
wanted to be with him and sleep with that guy.
But isn't that crazy?
Did he go to court?
Insane.
No, it just happened.
So he didn't have to go to court.
So now they have to. He's on the birth certificate, so now they have to go through that whole process.
Okay, here's the deal. Okay, because I went through this with my son.
Okay.
Okay, I was not married to his mom. Great relationship, but when you go to court to do the child support thing, they ask you flat out, do you want to take a paternity test? Which I did not, because I knew it was him and he is my son.
Oh, he looks just like you.
But no matter what, once they give you that option and you sign it, you're on the hook for 18 years.
No
You
way.
can't go back.
Even if you
I
find
found
out
out
later that
3
it's
years
not your
later.
kid.
That's
Why?
insane.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
So I'm wondering if this guy's on the hook.
Yeah, well, so he said he has to figure out a way to get out of it because, yes, he's on the birth certificate.
He can't, not if he signed it.
So
He's done.
Gosh.
Laws need to be changed for that stuff. And they ask you, sir, this is your one opportunity to test. Do you waive your right to test? If not, you are on the hook for 18 years, no matter what.
So even though you didn't find out,
Yeah.
then you're just assuming. I don't need to know. I'm just claiming.
Well, it is a court process, so you get the opportunity to say, well, this is your kid. Do you agree? If not, I'm like, yeah, it's my kid. Obviously it was, but that scared me. The thought that what if
kidding.
5 years down the road, 10 years, 3 years, whatever, you're stuck.
So it's a tough story to follow, but a lot of viewers weighing in on this.
That's horrible.
Kristen says she put the guy put plastic spiders in her lunch at a nice restaurant on April Fool's Day, and she goes, "Last date ever. I was not impressed."
At least it was April Fool's Day and he wasn't just doing it to do it. Like, that's kind of weird.
She's not impressed with his sense of humor. I would, in your lunch at a nice place is kind of a weird place.
Oh my gosh, Ken has a crazy one. Try to run me down with my car through backyards of homes.
we did a story on that. I remember that.
Yeah, that sounds like a headline.
Some of these are domestic violence.
I know, that's
They're
why we're not gonna
creepy,
share
they're
all of
like,
them.
meh.
Criminal.
from that
I got
one.
one. A friend of mine in San Diego, her friend found out her boyfriend, her husband was cheating on him, his boyfriend, and he was like one of these suave guys. She took all of his suits, beautiful Armani suits, and just threw bleach all over everything and threw them in the front lawn.
You know what? I like that. You hit them where it hurts, right? Because emotional warfare is not going to work. So you just stick them with the nice suits, go straight to the closet. That would hurt my feelings. Someone put up all these dresses.
And
I'd be like,
I got
oh,
another
girl.
friend. She found out that her guy was cheating on her. He was at the airport. He was gone. He was out of town. She took all of his stuff with her and her girlfriend, and she packed everything into his truck and left it at the airport. Inside, outside, he couldn't get into the truck. It was on top of the
he was
truck.
away with his
And when he came
missus.
in, he's like, "Hey, honey, were you going to pick me up?" She says, "Oh no, I couldn't, but you're in space number 722,
Yeah.
and the keys are underneath the tire." And he shows up, and it's like he had to call his
that's
buddies.
good too.
Yep.
That's pretty impressive.
That's nice.
Angel says, gave me a hard time because I didn't give her money for the bills. So if you're only getting a hard time,
Dude, you gotta
instead of
pay
a-
your bills,
instead of
though.
a-
You gotta
instead of a
pay your bills,
tab,
man.
That's pretty good.
This is crazy. So Bianca said we were at a guest house and the bathrooms were separated from the rooms, and every time I went to the bathroom, he would sit in front of the door until I'm done. She said she only found this out because other people were there and told her, so she dumped him afterwards. Like he was waiting for her to get out of the bathroom. Like
Okay,
watching
you're
her.
gonna hear things and be suspicious of things that you don't want to know.
I don't know. If you
Like
see
brushing your
someone
teeth,
walk
it's
into
gross.
the bathroom by themselves and you're still suspicious, maybe
Right?
she
Yeah,
had a
why
guy
are you
waiting for her in the bathroom.
shower.
What are you waiting for?
That is next level.
Have you guys ever heard of collectors?
No.
Girls that are collectors? Oh, they take stuff from you. They take letter jackets, or they'll, oh, let me wear your ring.
what's wrong with that?
They steal it.
just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
Rachel, she's one of them.
Rachel, they
You have any
steal
spare
stuff.
jerseys lying around you could just hand over?
Let's see if we can find some.
You know, I have heard of that though, but what about, okay, so I've known people that their exes go like storm into their house after the breakup's over and take everything back that
That's
they've
theirs.
ever given,
Yeah.
that they've ever gifted to the person. Like
No,
I
you're
had that
stuck
happen
with
one
that.
time.
that, they're
Yeah.
like, I have too. And it's like, give me the shoes back that I bought, like a single pair. It's not like we're talking a collection of like
Yeah.
Louis Vuittons or something. And it's like, really? And
It's
what are you
so
gonna do with them?
petty,
You're
yeah.
gonna find another size 8 out there? Although that is the average size foot, so it's not that hard.
Somebody gave me a painting once and they wanted it back.
Well, was it a Picasso?
No, but it was. I guess they spent. She says, "Well, I spent way more," and I'm like,
Painting
my
was a
God.
gift, Todd.
I'm taking it with
You know,
me.
you know what I said though? Unfortunately, I said it's
One of the best lines
Let's
ever.
play tummy sticks.
Oh no.
So I had that happen at my high school sweetheart.
a moment.
We broke up, and for Christmas he bought me a stereo for my car. So he called, and he's like, "I want it
I
back."
want the stereo back.
Yeah, so I was like, what? So my mom answered the door, gave him the stereo, and she ripped him a new one. She was like, don't ever come to our house again. Don't ever like come around. Like you were
Really?
Good
done.
job, Mama.
Like, yeah.
Good job, Mama,
She took
yeah.
care of it.
This isn't creepy, but I did take a girl on a date, and then she was like, hey, it was fun, but I was kind of in between with my ex-boyfriend. I'm going to get back together with him.
So honest.
Sorry. So, and then I went on a date with another girl, and she like came to the restaurant and was angry. And I was like, you decided that you didn't want to date me. That means I can't date anyone else?
She called it off, and then she's still trying to like have her cake.
That's
and
what
eat
I'm
it, too.
saying, man, you know?
Man. But, okay.
win.
Wait, so we got to ask you. So maybe, obviously,
Yeah.
you've been in your relationship for a very long time.
Yes.
I don't know if you've had any crazy stories prior to that, but I'm sure you may have some crazy fan stories.
Yeah, you get the odd thing that are a little bit different. People that are showing up in places that you're kind of surprised that they're there. And how
girls will wake up in your bedroom when you're winning. I heard about that. Not while you're sleeping.
that I don't remember happening.
Jimmy, he's a married man.
Canadian junior hockey, man. You're going all around the country.
Yeah.
You're playing in a lot of places. People thinking you're an up and coming star. I better latch onto this guy while he's still young. Did you
Yeah.
have some weird things happen on the circuit?
Not so much to me, but I've heard a lot of other stories of other people.
Athletes
that,
probably get all.
yeah.
Diplomatic answer.
Yes, yes. And lots of other people end up in situations that you really can't.
We never hear about that on TMZ.
No,
ever.
never,
No, athletes
never.
are usually
Isn't
some
that
of the,
the
most
best part though
outstanding.
about being in the locker room? Is like somebody else tells a story and you're like, well, I'm glad it didn't happen to me, but I'm all ears. Tell
Yes.
me yours.
Yeah, tell
Yes.
me everything.
You do hear lots of very, very interesting stories, and
A lot
there's
of
some guys that have some very good ones.
some good ones. Well,
it seems
good.
to happen to the same guys
was gonna-
all the time.
I wonder
Same with
why.
broadcasting.
Hey, if he's still single, you should drop a name and be like, this guy used to tell the best story.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah, Paul Bissonnette tells some great.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Bissonnette telling good stories. All
Oh
right.
my goodness. A lot of the viewers shared some good stories too. Now, Valerie says that her ex would leave notes on her car that he will still be around even though I'm married and I have kids.
man.
Married with kids, and this guy, an ex, still hanging around. She said finally I got a restraining order against him. Funny thing is, he now works under one of my family members. Ooh, so it's
Ooh.
even closer than before.
do you mean?
That's
'Cause
kind of
it's
bad.
for
No,
18
the rough thing about this topic, just speaking honestly, is that like there is like a thin line between like, hey, that's kind of creepy, and this is illegal, and
Right,
I'm going to
breaking
get a
the law.
restraining order.
Sure.
Obviously, the story this is based on, the guy was living in her attic. She already had a restraining order. She woke up and he was in the bedroom while she was sleeping. That's like way beyond just like, oh, kind of creepy. That's like dangerous.
I mean, you're taking a chance.
So we've got people telling us stories in here that we're not going to share because
There's a lot of crazy
They're
stuff
kind
in
of
here.
crossing the line between, we don't want to glorify some sort of a potential act of domestic violence or something.
well,
like that.
no, definitely
Sam
not.
Kinison, the comedian, his ex-girlfriend, who at the time she was getting back at him, and she packed him to go to the airport, as a good girlfriend would, but she already knew he was unfaithful to her, so she hid in a special compartment, packed a loaded gun into his carry-on.
no.
So that
Oh,
he
so
could
he
go.
would get busted.
Yeah.
Oh
so
yeah.
he would get
So he
busted.
says he's sitting in line, he's just sitting there, and he hears people screaming, "He's got a gun! He's got a gun!" And he's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna see some stuff here." Some idiot tried to bring a gun, and these 5 agents are saying, "Step away from the counter, sir."
Oh my God.
So we're gonna want to put
That's
your head
actually
behind your
good.
back.
I think that's funny.
That's, see, that's what I'm saying. That's funny because you're not doing anybody any physical harm, but you're kind of sticking it to them, like especially
Really?
depending
He
on
missed
what
his
they've
flight.
done.
He
And
missed his
you've ruined
flight.
that person's day.
Yeah.
Like if your goal was to make that person's day miserable, they did a good
And
did
Sam
it, yeah.
Kinison did say he felt bad because he was cheating on her and she was paying the rent. So.
Oh my gosh.
Let's.
Can you imagine?
Jeez.
Hey, police officer arrests you and you say, no, I'm cheating on my girlfriend, and she put the gun in there.
Oh yeah, he's like, no, hold on.
Teresa has the same exact story that we shared. She said the same thing. Her ex broke into her house and woke up with him standing over her.
No way.
And she got a restraining order on
He's
him.
like, hey, honey, do you want breakfast in bed? She's like, what?
No.
Clark says his girlfriend started throwing bricks at his truck, and when I told her to stop, she started throwing Throwing them at her own car. Okay, that's a different kind of crazy,
She's
right?
yeah. There's different levels. That's about a level 9.
Yeah, it's a
9
level
and a half.
9 on a scale of
Yeah.
5.
I used to. Oh, this is an admission of. I don't even know if this is creepy or sweet. I guess
not
because it's an
creepy.
ex.
Let's see.
I used to. Paul says I used to secretly put unsigned flowers on my ex's desk at work on special occasions.
That's creepy.
Yeah, well, like I feel like if she broke up with you,
Yeah,
that makes
then
it
you're
creepy.
still-
Hey, can I help out? Can I help you guys out there having a hard time? I'll give you advice. Let it go. That's the best one. Let it
go.
I don't care
Let it go.
whether they're into you or you're not into that. Just forget it. Revenge is the worst thing. What is the old Chinese philosophy? When you seek revenge, you better bring 2 shovels. One for their grave and one for your own.
Yes.
Let
Okay,
it
wait.
go.
Ashley, the producer, has one, so let's have it.
Oh, let's hear it.
She blocked her ex on everything, social media.
Okay.
She's in her ear
She,
talking about
she
it.
cloaked this guy, which we just learned about last week.
Cloaking?
What's cloak?
So she-
cloaking. We talked about this. It's like beyond ghosting. Like ghosting, you just don't talk to somebody. Cloaking, you block them on all social media.
So they can't see anything that you're posting or that you're doing.
I've been
he's-
cloaked
okay.
before.
Is that what
All
we
right.
called it? Cloaking?
That's
So he
well,
sent her an
yeah,
email.
extreme ghosting.
All right, you guys are getting distracted.
I asked the girl why, and she said it was because
You sent him an
it
email.
broke her heart to see me like do other
Keep
things.
going, girl.
So she cloaked me, so she couldn't see me.
It's hard because we can't hear her,
Yeah.
obviously.
Hurry up. Make a long story short.
Yeah,
Okay,
producer
so what
Ashley
happened
says-
is she blocked him on everything because, it was over. So then he emails her, right? Because you can't, go that far. So
Okay.
then he says, answer me, demands that she answer him after he's been trying to get a hold of her. Then what happened? Ooh.
Wait, is this why we did this story?
know
So
what
you
it
can
is.
share your story?
Yeah, I
won't-
think we know why this story is in the
Yeah.
after show now.
But he won't quit. He won't stop bugging her. He's finding every way. He's trying to get her on the landline, on
Yep.
telephone.
You know,
Yeah.
the biggest problem I've heard that guys and girls that I
Answer your
know that have
landline.
is they use the word to try to get back. I just need closure. No, you don't. You're looking for any excuse to talk to them. I just need to get some closure. I need to talk to them. No, you don't.
If you have to chase these people down,
Yeah, let it
like,
go,
Let it
man.
go. Yeah, just.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, back in the day when I was young and I thought I was in
Go
love,
ahead.
you thought it was the end of the world when you guys broke up. But like now, when you're older, you learn, like, dude, just let it go.
And so you used to.
I know. I
on
just
now.
remember that
I'll
my
tell
high
you.
school sweetheart. I was so devastated when we broke up.
Do some
Like,
drive-bys?
Okay, I'll tell you. If Vanessa won't admit it, I will. So let's
Thank
go
you.
back more than 15 years ago.
this story
When you
time?
think you're in love,
Yes.
you're with your true love, or your first love.
Your
Excuse
first
me, it's
love,
not
yeah.
true, but it's your first love. And they're telling you all these sweet things, but then you got your best friends telling you, oh no, he tells me that. So I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold the landline phone.
He said the
here.
same thing to me.
Leonard.
So I have a license. So what I do, I take a cruise up to 56 and Bell, and I'm going to check out if her car's over there.
Her car was there?
Oh yeah, so she's like, my friend is giving me this advice, right? Like, oh, he's such a bad guy, and you don't need
Dump
him.
them.
She's sleeping with this guy.
No.
And it's like,
Oh my gosh.
thanks a lot. So anyway, so I had to make sure I wanted clarity on the situation before I made any kind of decisions, life-changing decisions at 16 years
Yeah.
old. But I wanted to know the truth, and if neither one of them was going to tell it to me, then I had to find out for myself. So while it's creepy and kind of weird to do drive-by, it's the only way to
also-
fact check what the heck is
I
going
did it.
on.
I
Daughter
did
of a
it.
police officer.
Yeah, so we went to the
Investigating.
scene of the crime. Guess what? Guilty as charged.
But I think that's okay because you had to find out what was going on. Otherwise, you would have, you'd have kept dating the guy, and then it just
It
would
just
okay.
would become
Disaster.
creepy if you kept doing it
Yes.
and kept doing
Right,
it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let's say her
Yes.
car
Once you get
wasn't
your
there
answer,
and
you need to
just
back
kept driving by,
Driving
like
by.
waiting to see if it showed
Right.
up, then it becomes creepy.
no, so anyway.
I got you. I'm finding the
Smartest
fine
thing I
line
ever
there.
did.
Hey, wait. Mitch has been a little quiet on this one, buddy.
Yeah, go ahead,
Hey,
bud.
Come on,
I
open
shared
up.
my story.
That was
I shared
weak.
my
Give us
story.
something else.
I don't have
Give us
anything.
something juicy,
You know what?
dude.
I'm happily married. Shane.
But prior to your marriage,
prior, as you said, prior before.
Well, the thing is, women are not as creepy as men, and I'm a man, and I date women. So, like, women that I've broken up with or have broken up with me, they're not going to be as creepy as
Really?
maybe some of you have experienced.
I've heard tons
What's
of
the-
stories about girls doing
Yes.
wild things when
Oh, they're nuts.
when they get broken up
Girls
with
are-
or
off
no,
the
well, I
charts.
guess I'm just not that special.
maybe you just didn't make them crazy.
That's
What have you
right,
done? Have you ever
you know?
stalked anybody?
Absolutely not. No.
Absolutely pregnant pause now.
Did you see that? His eyes are blinking.
I don't want to admit
folks.
to a felony on
Oh,
here.
I don't know. I've just dated too many liars that I've been able to call out, and it's there is no pleasure in calling out the person that you care about.
walk
it's like,
away.
You know what, dude? Why
Yeah.
this? Why that? Why that? It's like just be honest.
As Rex Kwon Do would say, break the wrist, walk away.
Break the wrist. Just walk away.
I do remember, so like the first girl that I really fell in love with really did me wrong. And so I just decided I had to like break off all contact.
Cold
with her.
turkey.
But before I did, there was like this stuffed animal that I had gotten her. It was like Nemo. And no. What I did is I left her a note saying, please don't ever talk to me again. And I sprayed it down. I sprayed the
with cologne.
I sprayed the fish down with my cologne and I left it for her.
Yeah.
Don't ever talk to me again. I don't want to hear from you.
But please don't
you're
forget.
gonna be smelling me for the next 6 months.
I like it. That's a good story.
You know what? Boys know what they're doing when they spritz their cologne all over everything.
Yeah. No.
It's like an animal spraying, lifting his leg.
It's like the aroma.
He's marking his territory.
That's when you get rid of it. You just get rid of it.
Yes, girl.
Yeah.
You think she's still smelling it to this day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mitch.
Speaking of creepy exes,
Probably
No.
noticed.
Hold on a second.
Paul isn't here this morning, but that's because he's on the road. I'm just speaking for
Change
him.
the segue.
Craziest story that you've
Getting
ever.
ready for another edition of Where's Gurky Going? Go.
Good morning, guys. As you may have surmised, I've reached my destination, a Pink Floyd show. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, don't step on my blue suede shoes. Oh, hold on. I realize that you might perceive that as a clue, like I'm in Graceland or something. I can tell you with 100% certainty, Gurky is not going to Graceland. Although, now that I think about it, we are a lot closer to Graceland in this city than we would be back in Arizona. And there is going to be a lot in the show on Friday that might make Elvis smile. Maybe we do that lip thing. Music is a bit of a theme. I cannot wait to share an exclusive one-on-one interview I had with a music superstar who has an office in this city. And we're gonna have live music on the show. A musician, a singer, it's gonna be great. And we're gonna have a ton of food, as you might expect in a Where's Gurky Going segment, including a local delicacy that I cannot wait to sink my teeth into. Those of you at home with heartburn might wanna think twice though. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you who revel in my disappointment and failure. I had to take a dance lesson on this trip in an effort to fit in, and it did not go so hot, so watch out for that. Okay, that's all the clues I can possibly cram into one single video. I'm gonna go see what they have on draft, and I will see you bright and early Friday morning for the first round of Where's Gurky Going, only on Today in AZ.
And hey, before tomorrow's big reveal, Paul did send us a video with a few clues.
That we just saw.
You just saw.
Yeah, but if you haven't cracked the code yet, the wait is almost over. You want to join Mitch and I tomorrow morning for the Where's Gurky Going. Keep it right here as Paul takes us to some other awesome locations all month long. He's going to be doing this every Friday for the entire month of May. So
I'm pretty excited about it. This is my first run with Where's Gurky Going.
Yeah, this is phase 2. So last year, gosh, where was he even? I can't even remember. Oh, San Francisco, Seattle,
Vegas.
and
Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's
Right.
tough.
So it'll
Those
be a
are
big
3
deal.
tough places.
Tough
to
gig.
have to
I
go.
know.
He's going to Buckeye, I heard, too, one of these things. Can't wait.
Over in
Spotted in
Buckeye.
Buckeye.
Well, do we have to go? Is that what you
We're
said?
out of time, but I wish we
Thank
would
you,
have had
guys.
time
Wrap
to
it
show the chalk art. So if you haven't
gosh,
seen it,
yeah.
go to my Facebook page. I'm going to post a
Beautiful.
picture. We had 2 artists out there drawing live during the morning show. One was a picture of me,
No,
and then
that
the
was
other was
Sandina's.
a butterfly.
That was
And they're going to
Sandina.
be out at Tempe Marketplace this weekend on Saturday starting at 11 o'clock. It's a free event. Go check it out.
You guys are the best. Let's see. Justin says Arizona women equals crazy. He's not wrong.
We're only crazy if you make us crazy.
It takes 2. It takes the girl
Don't
and the
push
loser
me,
guy
George.
to put up. So tell me more about your ex. You said he.